according to Anthony O'Neill, here on YouTube, says the white family's median is 130,000 for a white family's median net worth. For an African American family, it is 9,000 annually. Median net worth. 9,000. I found in 2013 the median net worth for a white family was 134,000, and for an African American family was 11,000. This is in 2013. In 2015, the median net worth for a white family was 268,000 and 28,000 for an African American family. So we have three sets of numbers that I'm working off of. But to me, these are some important factors. One factor, $1.3 trillion we're spending in consumer goods. Two, the median net worth of an African American family, according to Anthony O'Neill, is 9,000. The third input into this concoction right here: how many hours does our dollar circulate in our community? 6 hours. 6 hours. 6 hours it circulates, according to this report. 6 hours, people. 6 hours. That means, like, that says to me, as soon as we get our paychecks, they're gone. As soon as we get any kind of money, it's gone. So we need to think about how we're spending, where we're spending, and what we're spending. We need to get this under control. We need to keep the dollar circulating a lot longer than 6 hours. Shopping makes us feel happy. I know it makes me feel happy. It makes me feel great. But honestly, that feeling only lasts for a few minutes, sometimes days, week, month. Do I really need this item? Or am I just buying it because it's going to make me feel good and accepted in my little crew of girlfriends who all have the latest goods? I have become a much more conscious consumer. I do not shop sporadically. I make a list of items that I feel that I need, and I go and I purchase those items when they're needed, not because a TV commercial told me so. Why do we shop? We shop because we're emotional. We feel that if we buy something, it's going to make us feel really, really good. But it doesn't last. It's a fake sense of, it's really like a fake sense of feeling. It's like, I feel good now, tomorrow I don't feel so good. Why? Because the feeling of that new item, that new purchase has left. So people shop for things that they do not need, with money that they really do not have, to impress people that they do not even know. And those people do not even care or even notice that you have on the latest whatever. They're not even noticing. Advertisers' ads are geared towards your feelings. Your feelings towards that product will pull you in to you shopping and buying that product if they can convey that product to you in an emotional way. So this is how they're getting you. This is how they're reeling you in with these ads. Like, they're gearing you up. They're like, they know what they're doing, and they are gearing you up to tell you that you absolutely need this product. need it. But you really don't need it. Not You need some things, but you don't need everything. Like, I'm sure as a female, because I am definitely do this. If I go in my bathroom right now and open up my cabinet doors, there's gonna be all kinds of products for all different things. Products for my hair, for products for my skin that told me that I'll have smoother skin, younger skin, better hair. Uh, you know, they all these products promise me everything that I emotionally want to hear. Whether they actually do the job or not is a whole other story. But emotionally, they have me sold. They have me sold. I believed it. I bought it. It's in my cabinet. It's there amongst so many other products. So that's how the advertisers get us to get it. They pull us in. We know we don't have the money to buy something. We know we don't have it. We know rent is due. We know our paychecks are not as long as they should be to afford everything that we think that we need. Excuse me. But we have this notion that we should be rewarded when it's like on a Friday. We're getting paid on Friday, but we know our rent is due. But I saw these pair of shoes that I loved and I felt like I had to have. And so there I went to the store and I purchased them. Why? Because I deserve them. I worked all week and I deserve them. And they'll go great with my new red dress. But we don't deserve everything. And we deserve a lot more in a bigger picture than a smaller picture. We have to start thinking about the future and how we spend and why we spend. To why we shouldn't shop until we drop. Number one, because based on the numbers that I mentioned in part one, the majority of us cannot afford to shop. We cannot afford it, period. Just because you have a credit card that has allowed you a limit of, I don't know, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, if you do not have that money in the bank, then you cannot afford to buy it just because you have a credit card. Credit cards, the interest rates are ridiculous. So if you think that buying with a credit card, that you have money, you're mistaken. You don't have money just because you have limits on credit cards. Because if you couldn't afford the purchase in the first place, then you're definitely not going to be able to afford the interest that goes along with that purchase on the credit card. So think twice about purchasing with credit cards. If you don't have it, don't buy it. Don't buy it. I have no credit card debt, and I'm not bragging, but I made a conscious effort not to have credit cards. Because when I first moved to New York, I worked for this woman, and she gave me one of the best pieces of advice. Do not go and get a credit card and run it up like a lot of these young women do and get into debt before you turn a certain age. And I listened to that person. And I'm not saying I've never had a credit card. I have. I do not purchase stuff that I cannot afford. And I try to buy, if I can't afford it, I'm not going to buy it. That's just my motto, straight up. I'm not going to buy it. So I don't have credit card debt. And it's intentional, cheap, that I don't want to pay the interest rate on that credit card. And it says the average person cannot even afford a $500 emergency. So like if an emergency came up right now and you had to pay $500, the majority of people do not have it to pay. And this is one of the reasons why we need to make a conscious effort about spending. So, more stuff, more problems. As a realtor, I've seen it happen a lot. I'm here to point out my observations. So, sellers, buyers within my West Indian community that likes to have a separate room. Their sitting room is what we call it, is usually only allowed to be used for special occasions like Christmas, Thanksgiving, a holiday, let's say. And this is when you're allowed to go into this sitting room that is not used all year round. Now, when you look into this sitting room, it has like, whew, so many things. It's got everything that a sitting room could possibly have and then some. But my problem with this situation is sorry guys, but my video died. Something happened and I lost part of this video. So I just wanted to finish up what I was saying about my West Indian family, that we like to have a house that has this extra room, that has extra things in it that we call our sitting room, and we have all of our most expensive pieces and art and all kinds of things in there on the walls, on the everything. Anyway, my point is that we tend to buy a bigger house to hold all of these extra things that we don't need. So we end up paying more money for something. We're paying more money to house all of the items that we continue to purchase. And of course we need things, and you do need, you need items and you need product. But if you look around and see all the items that you have that you have never used or that's collecting dust, my point is, do we need all of these items? Do we need to have that bigger house to house all of these extra items that we have, that we keep purchasing? That garage that is filled up with items that it doesn't hold your car. You can't drive your car inside the garage because of all of these extra things that we continue to purchase. So I'm going to end the video here, but I just wanted to leave it on this note. Need to be more conscious of how we're spending, where we're spending, and why we're spending. Just want to thank everyone for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe.